I was muted. Hello. So today I'll basically pick up where I left off last week, and I don't even know where it was. So I was here on the process of adding routing, and then I wanted to check this out, which is the type classes. 1 second. Yeah, sorry. So PureScript typed classes for Tailwind. Yes. So that's something I want to check out, but maybe want to take a look first at the go to play music on another station that might be interesting. Oops. Let me know if that's too noisy. I don't know if I'll keep this station. It's the epic one, but it's an epic stream today. So I was saying, yeah, I want to check out maybe the PureScript async and concurrent. Because, well, there are. I saw the AF monad, which is basically like an IO asynchronous one, but I see that there is like a fibers and fork and these things, so I want to see what's the the model, even if it compiles to even if it compiles to JavaScript. There is probably some abstraction there, so I want to understand that a bit more. Yeah, I don't have the piggy, but I have this. Okay, so yes, PSCI, PSCID. Hello, Davagni. What's up? That's that right, Davagni? I think like when you start streaming, I don't know, when I start streaming, it feels like I become in a mode where I cannot read names at all. Oh, man, it's been a while. Yeah, now I remember. I don't know, I read it as like as a nickname instead. Yeah, now I remember. It's been a while. Long while. How are you doing? What are you doing these days? Okay, so in the meantime, okay. Main. Oh, we're not doing things in main, are we? Oh yes, we were in the process of adding the whole basically setup from the real world PureScript real world halogens example. So let's see. I think probably quite annoying that I do the up and down, but switching it's even worse. So okay, this is the old stuff. Sorry. So we are now run up. Okay. Here is a to do. Thank you, Christian from the past. I said I was going to work on this on the week, but I totally forgot. So router. Is importing from router. Is there a route? No. So is this supposed to import route instead? Let's check what. Should be bigger. Yes. Router. So there is route and router. Okay. So and router. By the way, how is the music? Is the sound okay? I just realized that I was not hearing it. Router. Okay, so there is quite some stuff in here. Hello Joel. Thanks for joining. Nice. Cool. Yeah, it's been a while. I worked with Daniel a while back. It was like my first kind of official shop. So it's been a while. Okay, so the router here, besides importing a bunch of things, has quite some slots. Fake slot is interesting. Okay. Okay, so it's import router from module app router where go to prelude. It comes from app router. And what does the router need to do? So what we render is the router. So we have a component. I don't even remember how to do a component. I think the other one was simpler. So now we need to remove a bunch of things. One sec. Sorry. Okay. So what does the router do here? There is a state of the router and the current user. Probably will do the same. So which one language I will compare PureScript? It's very similar to Haskell, so it's a purely functional language. It compiles to JavaScript, so you can do frontend. But yeah, it's very similar to Haskell. So we can take a look here. Not there. Oh, PureScript. Yes, here. So yeah, strongly typed functional programming language, compiles to JavaScript, and yeah, this is what we basically how it looks. What can we see about it? A quick start guide. So, well, this is installation, blah blah blah. The REPL. So it's all about like functions and types. And yeah, pure things. So I'll probably explain a bit more as I go. I'm starting with it, but I've been learning Haskell for a while. So because it's very similar, Haskell is mostly for backend or like general purpose. So I'm kind of translating the front-end knowledge and the Haskell knowledge together. And what I'm using is Halogen, which is this library. And it lets you create basically components and components that interact together, and it's all about the types and the compiler checking and making sure you're doing the right thing. And what I'm doing now is basically going through the real world example to understand a bit an architecture of a PureScript application with this Halogen framework. Hey, how you doing? Treats. I'm totally bad at remembering like names. So if I'm forgetting your name, I'm so sorry. I know you're trying on another screen, but I don't know if okay. Yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, I'm fine with saying crits, but I'm just apologizing because I will probably next time I will remember. Hopefully that crits is Christoph, but I keep forgetting nicknames and names. Sorry. So yeah, I just copied that other component, but we now want to the action here. So the state is maybe a route. We import route as, so that will be probably out, I guess. And yes, and the profile, it comes from so where's the API? It's not profile, it's user. So user. Okay. What else was here? A query. Okay. So queries are messages that can be sent, if I remember correctly from the tutorial, to the component. So yeah. Data query of A, and it's navigate to out of A. Yes, not route of A, but navigate has two arguments, route and A. Okay, and the action is, okay, this is something new. So I probably need to go to PureScript records again. Okay. Not these. Or is it? Oh, it was here. Put current user. Regular order component connect. Current user. Okay, so this is a row, and this row type, which is something I need to probably understand a bit more. Let's dig into row types for a second. Row polymorphism. So polymorphism is not limited to abstracting our types. Values may also be polymorphic in types with other kinds, such as row or effects. The kind system. Okay. For example, the following function accesses two properties of a record, foo and bar. The inferred type is add props. Okay. Hello, to those that join. How is it going? I'm checking now. I'm basically working on the real world Algerian application, kind of like copying it and going through basically trying to make a simple version that just log in, log out. And I derailed a bit going through records, mostly because records and row types, because I have experience with Haskell, like I've been learning it, but these new things from PureScript are the ones I don't know. So, okay, so this is how it's inferred. An extensible record that has foo and bar. And the kind variable is row type. It represents a row of types. Okay. Can be initiated with any row of name types. Okay. So types, it's kind of like properties of an object, a record. Yeah. So in other words, add props takes any record which has foo and bar and any other property. Okay. Is that all? Okay. A row of a type represents an unordered collections of name types with duplicates. Duplicate label have their types collected together in order as in a non-empty list. So is what is a duplicate? That means that conceptually row can be thought as a type level map. Okay. And the kind of row is not type, is row k or some kind k. Okay, so in the row there can be any type of type of any kind. Rows cannot exist as value. Rows have to be used in a type signature to define records, or other types were labeled and other types are useful. Okay. I guess I could use rows for a function that takes arguments in any order. Okay. Type synonyms. Kind system. The kinds of types are other types. The only types that are not supported in kinds are constraints, which have no kind level equivalent. Kind polymorphism is supported through top level kind signatures like data type, new type, and class. Okay. That's fine, but what was this thing? Not this one, but this one with current user. Probably this is saying that it takes a type, so it's giving an empty row or row type with taking empty rows. Okay. So the action is to initialize or receive. But let's not. Oops. Where was I? Yeah, these two. So connect. So the failure of the component is to wrap other components which need to connect to the user data in global application state and state in sync with changes to the date. Okay. I guess the render is just. Does the render come from? As a slot. But the inner component. Yeah, it takes a component and returns a component. Okay, but I don't think we need that for now. What does it do when it receives? Let's say it receives the current user as a use now. So what does it do with this one? Sorry. So it modifies the current user. That's what it does. Okay, so I guess we can do the same. So in modif, in handle action, yes. What is it? What's up, chat? How is it going? Are you still here or not? What's wrong with the music? One song is too noisy, the other is too low. Okay. So current user, and I guess this is of type current user. Yeah, current user might not be there. For now, how do I not change your unit? Okay. So the query is probably here. No input. Let's give the input. So what else it is doing? How does it handle initialize? So we get the user, the route the user landed on, and then we'll navigate to the new route also. Okay. TSRD routing up. So initialize the so we have the route codec. parse out codec hash. What was hash? I look for the same thing the last time. What is hash? Either two maybe. Okay. And then this is if effect get hash, and then it did something here with hash. So maybe okay. Yeah, I know. Cap type errors, I know. Okay. So what routes do we have? Home, login, and dashboard. So for the type, file loads, basically this. For home, login, and dashboard. But this opaque slot. Conduit components. Another thing to pursue. Okay. That was sorry. That was local. Fake slot. When a component has no queries or messages, it has no public interface and can be considered an opaque component. The only way a parent can interact with the component is by sending input. Okay. So this seems useful to define. H was so yeah. Okay, so we have the slots. I don't think I'm a fan of this music anymore. Back to the chill station. It was epic. Or happy, upbeat, hype. Back to chill station. Okay, that's better. So now we get quite some constraints in the component. Navigate, manage user, manage article, comment tag. Yeah, it can do all of that. But I think we need these. Yes, we need these. Query. What is the input? Is an empty. Okay, sweep input for now. And the output is void. Okay, where did we define user? Yeah, no. Where did we define the user? Append session M. I call it session M. Hello Musen, how is it going? Olis. I'm continuing from the previous time with PureScript. I want to get the routing working. And yeah, this is quite more of a, well, it's a hello world, sorry, real world example that I'm following. So it's quite a more elaborate architecture, but it's cool. So now I'm just trying to figure out the router component, not rendering anything because for now it's all not type checking yet. But if it type check, it works, right? If it compiles, it works. Haskell for you. All this PureScript, but okay. So, what other monad do we need in the constraint? Navigate type class. I think we did that. Yes. So navigate goes here as well. Okay, so navigate is monad. Yeah, and doc message no, manage user. No, not yet at least. But now we can navigate like we did here. Yes. So what's next? Those are there. Okay, so here it uses the connect component. And what did the connect component provide? A current user bus, receive, emit. Okay, so we might need to add this in some way, probably just like as part of that one instead, but okay. So initial states. Okay. So connect provides the current user as the input. Okay. Let's put the current user as the input in our case. So now initial state takes the current about nothing. The current user is there. What was the other thing? Was failing. No. The render basically renders the routes, the components for each route, which is fine, but okay, where is render here? These the output. Action. Child slots. Void and these are the slots, not the anonymous function argument appears in invalid context. What did I messed up? Is modify So now, where was hash coming from? Hash. Did it die there? Okay. Hey, Kid Optical. Sorry. How you doing? How's the Twitch overlay going? I haven't watched your progress yet. I also asked you the same. Yeah, it's going fine. So I thought that it was going to go faster, but well, I'm doing the real world basically one, so there is full-blown architecture here, and I cannot just put like one piece and expect it to work. So I'm going along, and if I finish, I might check sync and concurrent stuff in PureScript, because I saw like things like fibers and forks. Although it compiles to JavaScript, so I can imagine it needs too much somehow. But it's at the same time different like semantics of the language. So I have our theory of stuff done, and we are able to make queries against Twitch. Next step is actually displaying the overlay. Cool. Yeah, I think I saw your tweet or your messages in the FB chat or somewhere that you mentioned that. So that's really cool. Did you find the right way? Because you mentioned the last time that you were a bit off track, or like you got off track. So nice, cool. I look forward to the overlay. Eventually I'll have to do something with overlay, but I don't know, I'm not so good like with visual stuff, so I don't know what I will do. But I'll watch your videos to figure out how to use the Twitch API. But yeah, I'm on a task now. Oh, yeah, I haven't used server and client. I have only used the server for very simple applications, so it's like funny because maybe it has only like one endpoint and then I'm using servant, but I have to take a look at the client as well. Oh, nice. Server no out too. That will be really cool. I guess I'll be interested in contributing to that, although have no idea of the internals of servant, but that will be interesting and useful. So what I wanted to do on a task. Okay, so I need to import this guy or this module. Yeah, makes sense. I guess there is stuff like that for Node.js, right? Because well, there is everything for Node.js. Node.js passport. Twitch. Let's see. Yeah, so the passport project or whatever is like this all thing, and they probably they have a Twitch package. It's not, so I don't know how much helpful it might be, but so monad task. Okay. I have the navigate here. How does this thing import? Yeah. It's not hard if you see it once. If you do it, for sure. So not here. Yes, here. So class navigate. Okay. Yeah, I forgot that I need to import classes. Yeah, this is yeah, we should be fine. Yeah, we are doing PureScript functional programming but still importing classes. Okay, route code. Okay, so this is route codec. What does it? It's a wrong place. Effect class. No, it's the right one. No, it's not. Okay, one thing at a time. Get hash. Probably from routing, yes. Need to take a look again at the setup of the language server with code. Because it's not doing the auto imports, basically doing them whenever it wants. Yeah, class navigate, import. Maybe have a mix of qualified imports and yeah, there is no more tick. That's right. What was the timer used? Guess we can remove this. Initial state is not needed. Now we get the nice. These are nice errors. Some weird stuff here. Okay. So have the query, have the input. Query. State action. Same. Nice. It was missing one R. Come on. Now that's a different error. Type income to navigate M. Not type placing symbol for navigate M. What should be the type of form? Okay. Is that because of what? There is no constraint here. Is it using the same M? So we have to put it there, and then that's interesting. So yeah, it uses the same type variable because it's in the scope of these, whereas before it was like that, so it had its own monad and it didn't match. And now, yeah, we don't have output. Okay, now we have another error. Yes, so let's copy this one and see. Does it make eval default eval? Thank you for this formatting. Be cool if it was like that. Okay. Whatever. So we don't have handle query, but we do have handle action. And these ones also. Nice. So handle query is a bit more elaborate. What does it do? First. So handle verify, and it produces a maybe that A. Is that the only thing that changes? Yes. So this is a query, so we have navigate only. Yeah, I wonder what does it do the case of. Because it's button. Okay, no. Give me 1 minute. I'll go to grab a glass of water. Oh, give me a break. I think that was less than 2 minutes. It's to be a bit smaller. Yeah. Chat, no more questions, no more comments or anything. Come on, chat. Where I was. So still in the router. So we navigate, and what did navigate do here? Okay, so we get the route and the current user. Do not render necessarily if the route is unchanged. Oh. Let's do something. Badamtus. I need the. Never mind. If you could hang out with any character from a book you have read for a day, that's a good question. So, well, I'll give one. I'm a believer, so probably hanging out with Jesus would be cool. But let's speak from another book. There is this book, La Saga de los Confines. If Musencap is still in here. Yeah, I mean, if like for a believer, it's probably like an easy answer. But then from fiction books, maybe from historical, I don't know who I will choose, but from fiction. So this is from an Argentinian writer, and it's like a kind of like an epic saga of Saga of the Borderlands. Okay, that's the translation. But Confines means more like something that is far beyond, like at the end of the world. And it's basically the story of the conquest of America, the Americas, but told in a fictional way. And it's a really good story. It's kind of style like Lord of the Rings or these kind of things. And I think the yeah, some of the characters there, the main character of the first book seems interesting. But I read it a while ago, so that's a cool question. Maybe I will come up with somebody else. And you? Yeah, it's really cool. I guess it's it has to be in English as well. We read it Musenkap. We went to high school together, and we read it in high school. We basically were in class, and instead of reading and paying attention, we were reading these books. But yeah, maybe I'm giving a quick answer because I heard about the writer Tom Bombadil. It's that Tom Bombadil. I kind of, it seems familiar, the name, but oh, okay, yeah. Now I remember, from Lord of the Rings. Yeah, he seems cool, indeed. But yeah, I heard Bote, the King Killer Chronicles. Okay, these are quite fantastic stories. Nice. I haven't read. Maybe another interesting one, which is maybe a bit of a cliche, but will be the Little Prince. Little Prince, right? Yeah, Little Prince. So we get the route, the current. Yeah. Anybody else in chat to answer the question? You were to hang out with a character from a book, were they? Where am I from? Hello, Fausto. I'm from Argentina, but now I live in the Netherlands for almost 3 years or something. So, okay, so navigate, we get the destination as well, and when the route is different from the just destination, then we do just do. Don't change routes if that I'm yeah, I know, like when I hear myself, I'm like, yeah, I'm from there. It's quite a, I mean, it's not the famous accent, but ahora solo it's not a famous accent, but yeah, when you hear it, you can recognize it. I remember once watching a documentary of snowboarding, and there was one pilot that was flying these people in Patagonia, and before I knew that he was like from there, I already got it. Okay. Don't change routes if there is a logged-in user trying to access route only meant to be accessible to another. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So let's copy this. just that comes from maybe. Why? I guess array. Hold on. So road is the only one. What is this error now? So pure I see. So it needs to return maybe FA, and it was returning pure of unit. How did you find the stream, Fausto? I'm curious because I shared in the Slack channel of the JavaScript there, that we, in the functional channel, the Slack group. But then you wouldn't be asking where I'm from. Slack. Ah, the FP Slack. Cool. Okay, so have one. Full on match type. Da da da. We run it again. Okay. No match. Type unit. I have a unit somewhere. No, not the unit, but an empty render. And probably render here is also, yes, it's also part. So we don't need this constraint. And action at chest. Whatever needed. Seconds is not needed. Not needed. One at a time, come on. Util was needed. Okay. Nice, so this compiles, but it doesn't do anything. No, it doesn't. What? Ah, it does. So now I need to render about and current users. I shouldn't be copying so much stuff, but so this is the same. Then we have just 3 rows. So for home, we render home. For login, and dashboard. Render. I think it's cool. I've used it like for small side projects, like this one, for example. Let me open here. You put a username, and then it gives you the gist of that person, and if you provide the token, then it gives you your private as well. It's very simple. It just keeps fetching if you have more than 1 page, and then like a few other things that I never finished. I liked it, but when I started learning, stream okay? Yeah. Oh, I got scared. I thought I lost the connection because it happened the other time. So when I started learning Haskell, I kind of liked the more abstractions that you can do and the more advanced things like type classes, basically. So I will probably use Elm. I mean, like at work or in a place where people are not yet familiar with Haskell, but if you're familiar with Haskell, maybe PureScript is better. I mean, Elm still is fine. Okay, so now I need to render these components. Are you working with it, using it, learning or something? Well, one thing that is really cool about Elm is the compiler, right? The type errors are really nice. I guess well, this is a simple one, but the ones that we saw, quite like crazy ones, you probably won't get one of those. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, the learning curve of Elm is much shorter. Like once you get used to the syntax and things like parsing JSON and effects, kind of that's it. That doesn't mean like it's bad language. It's really good gateway drag to FP. And if I have to choose between Elm and React, I will probably go with Elm. But if we put PureScript in the mix, I'll choose that one. PureScript for frontend at least. Okay, so I need to render the components now. I don't need navigate. Not these. Yes, it's a good one. Well, I think for me, the actual thing was Professor Frisbee. Yeah. Brian, Dr. Bullion, with his book. That was the first thing that got me into it, and made me realize that what they taught me in university for like 2 months was not functional programming. So we could, for example, render the timer for now, and in the dashboard. So timer as timer, and for now let's render timer as the home as well, and then we inform it's the one we might want to render the login. And now let's see what sort of errors we get. Yes, because this is as proxy. Okay, yeah, that probably it's not. Okay, so what is a S proxy? A value level proxy for type level symbol. Okay. Where was I? Don't know if I need to install this. No. But this seems to be all public. What do I need to do in here? So login, yeah, login home and register public, but this, yes, unit, yeah. So for the dashboard, we will say that we authorize. It's not yet. Ah, it's here. Ah, okay. So display the login page instead of expected page. There is no current user. A simple way to restrict access. I guess so. So it takes maybe a user. What was it? API user. Yeah, child slot, component action child slot. And I see here there is the redirect false and redirect true. Okay. Okay. The fact that there are no type errors doesn't mean this works. Because there are quite so many missing moving pieces, but let's go back to the main. So timer. So What did I remove? Okay, I didn't have this import. So I guess this is AFF. For those working in PureScript or more familiar, like how do you pronounce? Do you say AF or AFF or AFF or? Yeah. So AF as in AF or AFF? AF, okay. I've been saying AF, but sometimes I say AF, which misses one F anyway. Where do I have the error now? Name, yeah. Yeah, PureScript is cool AF. It even has another F. Now I have to tweet that. Okay. So what is missing here? Voice. Okay, run environment. Here's session environment. Current match, current user. Okay. So see if the why doesn't it want to use the what's wrong with okay go to definition is not working. as this environment. Okay. I'm making very it here. Current user maybe. No, that wasn't the error. Is he doing it here? Now we go back to the other error, and I'm assuming this is because I did something a bit different, where I said that this had to be this thing here, and that was because we'll match type with type. Is the typo? No. So the problem is in the input, because the router here has an empty input, and it has this higher order component that provides the input. I don't want to write that one. Does this one? Yes. Okay, so if we provided the environment doesn't match. And is it because connect is providing the user from the environment most probably. So, current user. I see. Okay. Subchat. I'm tempted to copy this whole thing, but let's not. So let's implement. So connect. Connect where for prelude, and then we have a bunch of things. Input and output, initialize, handle user bus, receive image. I guess, yeah, that doesn't, I cannot. You see, this is some weird stuff. Why do I get this imported that I never asked it for? But I don't get the ones that I do want it to handle user bus, maybe. So that one, for example. Why I don't get that one and that one? Okay. The user bus, and then there was receive input and emit output. Input. Book. So what else? So now we define the role type with current user. R, right? And yes. No, this is right? Okay. Child slot. Query output. So this slot version as H. port. Where is this best proxy? Okay, so the component has similar signature. Query input output monad and R. Monad asks. Oh. Monad ask. Yes, but I haven't pushed in like a while. So I think that's the first thing I did like the first day. And actually, yeah, this is the fourth time, and I think the last 3 times I haven't pushed. And I cloned, so everybody's contributing. Okay, yeah, you can. That would be nice. Yeah. I want to push. I mean, it's kind of what it's a copy of for now for real world, but I have the idea of what I want to do. So because I started and I didn't know what to do, and the idea is I had this application. It's called RL. Yes. It's a reading list in the terminal where you just like add items and then keep adding, and it adds to the that's so it basically fee for reading list. So first out you have to read the next one, and you cannot see the rest of the things because I have quite a lot, as everybody probably have quite a lot of things in the reading list. But this was a terminal app that I didn't like the fact that it was on the terminal. It would remove the items that were done. And I also started and never finished. Yeah, so basically I want to do a UI for that with the server, so the server will probably be in Haskell, and instead like with sessions, so you can create an account there, and then you can see all the items that you read, but only the next one that you have to yet read. And I will probably do maybe like 4 topics, right? So books and articles and podcasts, so not only one list. Yeah, well, it's far from from finished, but yeah, that's what I want to do. And because I started doing the login and now I'm adding sessions, it probably make way for me. Yes, I haven't used Pocket in like a long while. I don't even know Pocket. I still have the account. Wow, yeah, I for sure have it, but it seems new. I don't know what I might find in the bookmarks there. Sign up. Yay. Well, I was still learning Go when I was using and some Elm and Phoenix. elixir. Yeah, so that's the same for me, like this list I never read. Oh, there was some like illumination. Flying spaghetti monster. Where was it? Here? No. But then yeah, so you put in I'll probably add features like take the next one to the bottom or something like that, like if you know you're not gonna read it and you don't want to remove it. But then I was using another one that was cool, but I don't remember the name. Pocket. No, Flipboard, I think. Is it? No, not Flipboard. Ah, yeah, yes. That's kind of the idea. Maybe there is something like that already. In tray app. Yes, I'm looking for pinboard indeed. That's the one I was using. I don't have the subscription yet, so I should probably like just download the things that I have, but these are also old, 2017. Oh, yeah, this seems like a good idea to a bit more of PureScript and Haskell in the backend. But it's going to take me some time. So just write down, have you heard that? See, this seems to be like yeah, maybe. What is this one? It's probably just me being ignorant from, yeah, right. What was a currency? Link to the rock. Okay, I'll take a look. Maybe I can I avoid building an app, but I kind of want to do it. Let's see. Looks good. Source can be found in GIF file. Yeah, but I also have some other ideas. So if like maybe if this works, I can avoid like building it. Yeah, I know people here, so it's fun building. But if there is something useful already, I can do something else. So I'll see. Where were we? So we want the same thing. Don't we? user env, navigate, and that's it. Let's copy. Yeah. No, not this one. This one. There is no navigate. Rolex. Embedded in a PureScript compile like a line print. It's not imported implicitly. Context automatically solve type classes for working with row types. Okay. Ah, nice. Yeah, I guess by the name it seems a bit obvious. So for beam row tags. This is again chill. So I was today in this one for a bit, epic, but it was too epic, and this stream is not so epic as the playlist, so I'm on chill station now. Yeah, it was too epic. Oh, maybe not for the stream, but for me that I'm talking, like, it felt a bit. I guess this has to lag. Oh. Has to lag the current user. Come on. So then we take a component and we return something wrong here. Inner component. Correct. Yeah. Come here. What's wrong now? Okay. Record insert. Let's passing this down. And then importing record as record. Streamlabs or no. Pretzel, right? That would be nice, yes. Yeah, I was looking into Spotify how to do it when I started, but then cannot put all the music, all the Spotify music, so. Having an API would be really nice. Okay, let's try to wrap this up quickly. Render is render, and then this is handle action. What are the actions? Initialized. Now I want the cool thing that Andy I think was talking about, the expanding that he did the PR to VS Code. Okay. So initialize. So initialize gets from the user environment. From user and user. And then drives. Yeah. What's the bus okay. Component utils. Let's skip this one for now. So maybe profile, lift effect, ref, read current user. Lift effect from halogen. So and then we need to return something. Modified, yeah. Now we need to bus event source. What did the bus event source? It takes the bus and produce event source. Function query event source. Bus event source. So monad only monad AF, monad AF. Yes, and then bus, which is then this bus is for writing, which take the R and the act as event source. Okay. Chat, what's up, chat? I should have finished already, but I want to finish this thing. I mean, I should have finished with the stream, but I want to finish the thing I'm doing, so I get concentrating and I forget that there is people in the chat. And since nobody talking, okay. We get the bus, right? This is like a channel or event emitter or something. So say yes, and this. Let's take a look at what this does. AF event source. Construct an event source from a set of functions that operates on asynchronous effect. The emitter that the pass function receives is used to emit actions that will be received by the current component or can be closed to shut down. Finalizer. The pass function producer is there to allow for some cleanup action. Okay. So it takes a function that takes an emitter and produces an effect, finalizer of effect, and this gives you a event source. Okay. So what is the doing? Yeah. So we get the meter. Meter? Yeah. There you go. This is scan. Fork now. Fork here. So this is another thing I wanted to check. Okay, so it returns forks, the synchronous effect, and returns a fiber. And the fiber represents the fork computation by way of fork effect. Fibers are minimized, so the results are only computed once. Okay. Cool. So we were forking the effect with forever. Where does forever come from? Forever emit in the meter with the whatever we read from the bus. What was the that's 7 source. And then we produce a finalizer which kills the fiber when it's closed. But why are we using? Have syntax errors. And what is wrong with me? For all. For all. Kill fiber comes from error comes from there as well. Yay. So now this easier work. Yeah. Comes from util. Still have errors here. Yes. This is what? Record insert. Yeah, we don't have a render yet. So we need we have handle action, we need handle query. Handle query doesn't do anything. Plus unit. And then renders the inner component with the emit. Okay, so it's cool to see higher order components here. What's wrong? Maybe with ref? No, we read it. Type checking for you. Is that working? That's here. We still had errors here. And now the router needs to connect, and it okay, why not compiling? What does this mean? That everything went well, or? Oh, I knew it. Okay, I'm not using API. Show there. Okay, so router component can still not match the type. Oh my. What? Current user maybe user with type. So the road with this, with the row with this. We're trying to match this with this. doesn't take the current user anymore. One more time. Okay. Type class constraint. So in main, we don't need this up. And also okay, one error. It's the same thing. User and session and okay, in a place I'm calling okay, so connect user env session env, yes, and in the router this match now. Sorry, yes, I have no idea what it's doing, but it compiles. So we got it to compile, and let's see what we did. So we wrote the router. The router lets you render some slots, and those slots are basically home, login, and dashboard. It has a query which is for navigation, and the states give a state of the route and the current user, and the actions are initialize and receive. And receive is current user, and I think receive is only used for receiving from the connector. So handle actions on initialize gets the route and navigates to that route, and on receive sets the current user. So and receive is action. Okay, handle query is for navigation, so we get the current route and the user, and we check if the destination is different, then we do some navigation, and then we also only modified if we don't have a current user and the destination is if we have a current user and the destination is login, it don't go there, right? Otherwise we go there. Yeah, we have a user, we don't want to go to the login. And then there is authorize, which basically renders the login form in any page for the private ones. Okay, you do U formatter, and then if we don't have route at all, we just render message. Okay, so that's the router. There is also this connect component, which higher order component, sorry, which, what does it do? Basically connect to the current user, and it connects by regist by listening to, where is it, to the user bus. So it's listen there, and when it gets a user, it puts the user. Ah, but I didn't finish this, actually. Oh, I see. So is this connect? Yes. Okay, so in the handle user bias, which is modified with the maybe user, and then when we receive input, we put current user as input. And then, yeah, we'll just raise the output. That makes sense. Okay. By the way, the builds are quite fast. Okay, render. Yeah, and the render echo. Okay. So the connect, and then so yes, let's run this. Okay, I think I'll leave this for later. I did quite good progress here, and then now I got excited to see this running, but I'll leave it for later because it's quite late already. So we still here, chat, but what do you know? I'll finish it soon. Quite a long deal. Not so much. Okay. And I think Vlad should be streaming, but let's check a second if there is somebody else. For functional programmers to go, it's probably Vlad, right? We want to see commercials. So yeah, it's Vlad streaming and it's Haskell Day. Okay. this render something. I guess it's rendering the. Oh, I'll fix that later. But we could.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we've covered this algebra-driven design. Have a look; it's awesome.
Rate whoever is in
Yeah, I
chat.
voted this because,
Yeah.
yeah, I think this is kind of Facebook level of company. So I would definitely not worry for Tesla. I wrote a compiler from the Lambda calculus to call CCCs. Cool. Haskell systems. Library proposal.
Okay, thank you for joining, people. Let's rate blood.
I think this actually hits some problems, right? Fantastic, everybody's loving this.